Nobody is your guru, only your breath is your guru. Only 10 minutes. You and your breath. Ignore all the thoughts. We are not these bodies. We are not the thoughts. Don't worry about your thoughts. Simply ignore it. Learn to ignore your thoughts. Be with your breath. Our breath is your guru. The life starts with the breath. Awaken yourself. Understand who you are. Only through meditation it's possible. Final 5 minutes. Don't open your eyes. Be with the breath. Every day we must meditate. Every day we must energize ourselves. Recharge. Be with the breath. Final 2 minutes. Don't open your eyes. Normal, natural breath. Final 1 minute. Be with your breath. Place your both hands on your eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Thank you very much, my dear friends, my dear masters and gods. It's a wonderful meditation we had today. In a day, we do many things. In a day, we do many things. But everything we do with this physical body. If you want a quality life, then be serious on meditation. Children can do 10 minutes, that's enough. My entire childhood, I was searching for meditation for 7 years, from age 15 to 21. At the age of 23, I got introduced to Anapanasati meditation. Whatever I do, I have full clarity in my life. And for past 16 years, I have complete peace inside me. There is no struggles. The outside struggles never affected my inner. I want the whole world to become vegetarians. I want the whole world to do meditation. That is my only goal. In our schools, they teach us moral science, yet nobody follows. What we need to learn, what the school needs to teach is spiritual science, not moral science. The science and technology we have today, it's only limited to the physical body. They fail to teach us that we are not just the physical bodies, we are beyond this. Every person have doubts. Every person has a lot of questions. Who is going to give the answer? Everyone doesn't know what is happening around us. And nobody is able to control their minds. The day you are able to control your mind, then you are a master. Otherwise, you are called the slave. If you are unable to control your thoughts, you are called slave. Without my permission, not even a single thought comes from here. That is why I am called myself as a master. Not mastering others, not controlling others, not controlling your children, not controlling your girlfriend, boyfriend, not controlling your granddaughters, controlling your own mind. The day you achieve that, then you are called a master. Then you will not have fear of anything. The mind, whatever you have today, is a result of all the past. Whether you believe past life or no, it is there. The truth is there. In all the ancient wisdoms, there is a lot of reference on the past lives. Whether you have experienced or you will experience in the future, only two possibilities. From all the past, accumulated, put together is what you are now. Why only certain people flock together? There are 80, 100 people around you in your office, in your school, college. Why only there are certain friends? Because the frequency matches. And what frequency? Is it the body? No, it is a mind frequency, the thoughts. That is why you make small groups. You don't know, but you naturally go to that group. How do you know that you belong to that group? Have you ever thought about it? Naturally, the groups will get formed without you thinking because you get attracted to those vibrations. And without reason, nothing happens. Everybody must understand the science of reincarnation, the science of karma. If you don't understand that, you are not creating a great future for yourself. What am I taught in my childhood? Get a good job, get good money, car, wife, children, have good money with you. This is what the world teaches. It is good, yes, we need all those things. But after the death, nobody knows because it's a blank screen. But the real picture starts there. We prepare so much to be born. The moment you are born, you must prepare so much to die. There is life after death. Only when you experience, you will believe. But truth cannot be denied. From my childhood, I always want to know why there are indifferences, why people are born with disabilities, why there are certain people rich, why there are certain people poor, why certain people have very good memory, certain people have great heart, certain people don't have great heart. Why all these differences? People blame on God, but still people pray God. There's a lot of confusion there. There's no clarity. I've been to all the temples, I've done everything that humans told me, but nothing gave me answers. It was all a compromises, whatever the answers I get. The truth you need to find by going within you. You cannot find the truth outside. The God you can see within you, you cannot find God outside. The word karma is highly mistaken. People think it is sin. Many of you might know what is Navagrahas. In that, there is one very powerful God. Everybody have great fear. He's called Lord Shani, Shanishwara. People scare a lot. The other name of Shanishwara is karma, created by Lord Shiva. For what? To have a equal dharma for everyone. In the earth plane, there is no proper dharma here. Every government is different. Every politician is different. Every rules are different. People make crime here. They go to London and hide. No law can stop them. But under the law of karma, in the entire creation, everybody comes under that scanner. Nobody can escape. Because your own causal body, your own body cells make note of everything you do. So you cannot ask someone not to record because your own self is recording. So be truthful to you first. You may be a big liar. You may be fooling people, but remember you are lying to yourself. You are fooling yourself. Only the day when you have a complete silence in the mind without any thoughts, then there is peace. Anything outside should not affect inside. It can be a birth, it can be a death, it can be a success, it can be a failure, it can be a wish unfilled or fulfilled. Whatever it is, nothing should affect the inner. Nothing should affect your peace of mind. Always be in a Shanti state. Accept, have goals, but the results will come later. Whatever work you do, that is also called as karma in Sanskrit. Karma means work, not punishment. There is no Yamaloka there who puts you in the oil. All those are fantasy stories. There is hell there. When you die without knowledge, without energy, you go and get stuck there. And all your similar people will be there. So there is only trouble and problems. Wherever you are, if there is a joy, if there is happiness, there is health, then that is called heaven. You have to create heaven around you. Around me, everywhere there is heaven. Whoever comes to me, I ensure we all are in one heaven. When you kill an animal, whether you eat or no, whether you cook, whether you serve, whether you eat, then that is not a place called heaven. That is purely called a place hell. We don't have rights to kill anybody. Only humans doesn't have place in the earth. It's been shared by everybody. You give a desert to animals and plants, they will convert it into a forest. The same forest you give to a human, they will convert it into a desert. The animals, the plants, they are so beautiful. They are with the nature, except humans. We have to be ashamed of ourselves, killing and eating. Every animal you kill, that dead animal soul will be waiting in the hell. So when you die, it is going to haunt you in your dreams. Why animal chases you? Why animal haunts you? Because of all the animals you ate. Whether you eat knowingly, unknowingly, doesn't matter. If you kill a person and go to the court and say, unknowingly I killed, is the law going to leave you? No. I don't know about the law of land here. I know about the law of karma. When as long as we are in the bodies, we have to follow the law of land. But remember, we are not the bodies. We have rights. We have rights to live here. If somebody is haunting you, somebody is scolding you, somebody is troubling you, you go to the law and say, hey, I need divorce. Hey, my parents are kicking me. I need safety. You go and raise your voice. But where will the animals raise the voice? If you don't understand, try to understand. If you don't follow the law of karma, for sure, after your death, you will go to hell. Whatever happened in the past, it's okay. If you are a vegetarian this moment, you are first of all not doing any new karma. Live and let live. Live and let live. You have to live and also make others live. You cannot claim only your that earth is yours. Earth is everybody's. Everybody comes here to evolve. Why everybody goes to school? If somebody bullies in your school, you get so much anger. If somebody don't listen to you, you get so much anger. The animals cannot speak. So what anger? How can they show their anger? Before we took birth as humans, we were all animals, remember? So we are killing our own selves. If you don't understand the concept of vegetarianism, there is no point understanding the concept of spirituality. Don't need to do meditation if you are a non-vegetarian. You will not understand anything. Unless until you become vegetarians, you will never understand compassion. You kill an animal, eat, and with a belly full of non-vegetarian, you go to the God and ask, save me. What kind of humans are we? And when will our karma get washed? And we attract all kind of diseases. In this lifetime, past life, next life. We have to suffer. Suffer. When you give suffering, you get suffering. The law of karma says, as you sow, so you reap. When you give suffering, you automatically get the suffering. We are not walking graveyards to kill an animal and put it in the belly. Walking graveyards. When you are serious about spirituality, when you want to really evolve, when you want to become enlightened, when you want peace, Forget about enlightenment. If you want peace, you have to give peace. Not the peace to humans, but to all animal kingdom and the fish kingdom and the bird kingdom. If you are not giving peace, you will never be peaceful. Your sleep will not be peaceful. In your life, you will not be peaceful. You will attract all kind of diseases. Or you will attract all kind of curse. Imagine the life of a butcher. Doomed. I am born in a vegetarian family. I have never ate any non-vegetarian food. I'm really happy for that. But I have converted lakhs of people from non-vegetarian to vegetarian. Lakhs of people. That is my success, not making people meditation. No. Meditation anybody will teach. Converting people from non-vegetarian to vegetarian, that is my success. The biggest karma a human does is killing. We are all murderers. We murder every day. And we go to the temples, pray. I need peace. Why only my family? Why only to my kid this is happening? We want all the answers. But every day we murder. Morning, fresh murder. Afternoon, fresh murder. Nights, fresh murder. You keep on murdering. Where will the karma go? You are increasing your diseases, problems. The first and foremost thing, if you become a vegetarian, 90% of your problems are solved. The vibration in your house changes, the positivity. If you give suffering to an animal, what kind of vibrations you will attract? All the troubles will come to your life. It is not lifestyle. What is lifestyle? Eating non-vegetarian. Barbaric. We don't have rights to kill anything that has soul. Every animal has a soul. Knowingly or unknowingly we started, but we need to stop it. Otherwise, you will never understand the law of karma. It is said in every Indian scripture. It's said in the Bible, it is said in the Quran, it is said in the Bhagavad Gita. Yet we don't follow. Bhagavad Gita is clearly mentioned. People who sell, people who buy, people who kill, people who cook, people who serve, people who eat, everybody will get karma. Yet we don't follow. We call ourselves great Hindus. Go to the temples. Thou shall not kill. Jesus has said. He has taken a lamb. He was playing with the lamb. But we kill the lamb. As long as you are killing, you will never get peace. As long as you have a thought of killing, you will never be in peace. And whatever you are, after your death, the same thing follows. Don't think after you die, everything will be white, everything will glow. Whatever you are, the same thing you are there. I am very, very, very peaceful. When my child died, I am peaceful. When I don't have money, I have peace. When I have a lot of money, I am in peace. The outside situations will never impact me. Are you that? If not, then you must meditate. You must become a vegetarian immediately. Your health will improve. Doctors cannot help you after a certain stage. I have hundreds of students who are doctors. They come to me, psychiatrists, they come to me seeking answers. They are unable to solve. They are treating the shadow. The physical body is the shadow of the soul. You cannot keep on treating the shadow because the main tree is the higher bodies. And how are we going to connect? When you prepare your nice food, when you are eating with so much of love and care, you forget yourself, right? You forget where you are, what is your age, who is around you. Then you are not in this physical consciousness, you are in the emotional consciousness. When you read book, your favorite book, of course, not academic books. In the favorite books, when you are reading, you get lost in that intelligence, intellect. So where are you working? Where is the consciousness? It is in the mental consciousness, the third body. So we keep shifting, but we don't know the science. You must know the science because it is you. This is a story about you, not about me. This is a story about all of you. No soul really wants to give suffering to anybody. It is all the mind. Unless until you silence your mind, you will never know. If there is no silence, there is only violence. 50,000, 50,000 thoughts you have every day. Can you imagine that? 50,000 thoughts. I have zero. People whoever come to me, I see what they are thinking because nobody stops. And every mind is full of junkyard. No clarity on anything. Why they are born, you don't know. What is the purpose of life, you don't know. What to eat, you don't know. How to eat, you don't know. How to speak, you don't know. Who is going to teach you all those things? You have to be teaching your own self. How? Here there is no academics. You don't need to listen to all these things and write examination for marks. The moment you understand the truth, the change will automatically come. I want to be a very productive, successful person in everything I do. For me, physical life, spiritual life, official life is not different. Everything is same. For me, there is only one thing called life. When I'm in this session, this is not different. This 1 hour, I'm here, totally here. And after this hour, I am not totally here. I am in something. Wherever you are, if you are totally there, it means you are under your own control. Otherwise, somebody is controlling you. The body is here, the mind is somewhere. Some past guilt feelings, some past emotions, unfinished jobs. The mind wanders and wanders. Then you are not called a human being, you are called a zombie. If you are not in this moment enjoying what you are doing, you are just a zombie, lost somewhere. Meditation will make you aware. It will awaken you. When Buddha was asked, "Hey, what are you? Are you a god? Are you a saint?" Buddha simply replied, "I am nothing, Baba. I am simply an awakened fellow among all the people who is sleeping around you." When I go back to my old friends or family members, within no time I get bored because they only talk about what happened in the past. They only talk about what is their predictions about the future. Because nobody lives in the present. When you don't live in the present, how are you going to work on your karma? Everybody speaks on your back, no exceptions. That's why I never care. Anybody speak about me, anything, you write any comment about me, nothing goes inside me because I am not this body. When Mahatma Gandhi was being killed, he never said, take the revenge. He simply said, forgive that fellow. Because he knows he is not this body. When Arjuna was crying, how should I kill all those people? Krishna said, it's a big drama, Baba. Everybody is already died. They are not the body. They are ready. Just put the arrows. Finish it, the job. When Jesus was being nailed, he said, pardon, forget, because I am not the body. They are in a very high consciousness. They know that they are not the bodies. But are we? 30 years, 40 years, 20 years, 50 years, 60 years, we believed very strongly that we are these bodies. Suddenly someone like me come and said, hey, you are not the body. You're like, then what am I? You say, I'm not the body. Then what the hell am I? I'm not expecting anybody to immediately understand and enlighten. I'm here to say the truth. Why am I here in this session today? Do you think I came for Tilaji or for all the Malaysians? No, I came for myself. I am here because of myself, for me. I'm speaking for whom? Me. I have one mouth and 2 ears. So my words, I am listening. So what should I speak this 1 hour? We meditated for 10 minutes. For whom? I meditated for myself. So you all meditated along with me, so you also got benefited. If I sing a song, I'm singing for myself. People who are around me also will enjoy. So when I'm giving a session, I'm giving for myself, people around me will enjoy. When I meditate, I get my own energies and enlightenment. People around me enjoy. Whatever we do, we have to do with utmost perfection. One thing at a time, no hurry burry. Can you focus on something more than 5 seconds? Because the average is less than 5 seconds. The whole day I can focus on one thing, only one thing. The whole day I can focus. That will make you successful. You don't need to do 100 things. Do one thing, do perfectly. This 10 minutes meditation, people are switching on the video, switching off the video, opening one eye, opening, closing the other eye. Why are you here? If you are not sincere in what you are doing, you are only fooling yourselves. If you are not sincere in whatever you are doing, if you are not sincere, if there is no interest, don't need to do. Sincerity breeds enlightenment. If you are cooking, sincerely cook, Baba. You are cooking for whom? For you. And extra food the family will eat. That should be the attitude. My friend always says, hey, I'm cooking for myself. The family will also eat. What an attitude. Wow. You think you are doing something for others. Remember, you do everything for you. And others also get benefit. This is truth. When I say this, people call, hey, that's called selfishness. Yeah, of course. Why are you born? The soul is not selfish. Why are you born? Why you are all here? Because you're all selfish. Why I am here? I am also selfish. There's no wrong in it. Who said that word is wrong? For my growth, I am here. And for your growth, you are here. My dad asks me, hey, what are you going to get by giving a lot of sessions? I say, I get a lot of friends. See how many friends I have. I don't know. In future, I'll go to Malaysia. No, if I go, I'll have a lot of friends. What do I want from them? Nothing. I just want friendship. That's all. In my session, if there is one person or 1,000 people, the output is same because I am telling for myself. If you are too much worried about others, what others will think, what others will speak, then you are always in a dissatisfaction. Whatever you do it with utmost perfection. Perfection is very, very important. Karmanyavadhikarya say ma phaleshu kadachanam doesn't mean just do and leave the results to God. No, do everything with utmost perfection, slow and steady or fast and steady. Because I believe in both. Because sometimes I do things very quickly, but still perfection. Slow, I don't know. I don't like that word because I'm quick in everything. But everybody is different. Slow and steady or fast and steady, but steady is important. Perfection is important. Double check everything. Perfection is important. When you speak, the words has to be perfect. When you eat, what you are eating, it has to be a perfect food. No non-vegetarian. Nothing should harm you. Nothing should harm others. Eat such kind of food. When you speak, why are you hurting people? You always have choices to speak beautiful words or harmful words. Why you want to speak harmful words? No, sir, I'm very angry. I want to speak and scold him. Be in silence. Silence is a beautiful answer. When you are in silence, the message is always conveyed. When you yell, you waste energy. Be calculative. You are very calculative when it comes to the money. Why you are not very calculative when it comes to your karma? Why you are not very calculative when it comes to the knowledge, the energy? Remember, after you die, you need energy to travel to astral world. Otherwise, you cannot go. You can build a rocket with super technology, but without fuel, it won't go up. You may be a great enlightened master. Without energy, the gadi nahi chalta hai. Gadi will not go. Vandi pogadu. Vandi inge ukkaro. Vandi will not go. You need energy. First, you should know where to go. For that, you need knowledge. And you need energy to go. So both are important. That's why you must read books. I have read 2,000 books after my engineering. Before engineering, books are always pain to me. Because from the childhood, the books are always on my back. After meditation, the books are always on my front. Because the books were burden before my enlightenment. The books were the swifter shortcut to my enlightenment. I love books. When people ask me to read books to write examination, I always used to cry. Only before the examination, I open and I'm a great ranker. I don't sit and read every day. I read 2000 books, a very, very quick reader. I know all the speed reading techniques. That all these things got developed naturally. 16 years, I have not seen any face of any doctor, no hospital, no medicine, no surgery. 16 years. My kid is 6 years. He doesn't know how a doctor looks like. No polio, no vaccination, nothing. Only pyramid. Make him sleep under it. It will heal. Looking at me, all my friends, they never took their kids to any vaccinations. Because when we trust something, you have to trust 100%. Otherwise, don't do, Baba. Jump with full confidence. Otherwise, don't do. No half-mindedness. It will not work you. It will not work. If you do something with a big doubt, then how are you going to be successful? Do or die. Be there 100%, otherwise no need. Understand it. Then you come later. No hurry. The soul is never in a hurry. For the soul, every lifetime is 1 minute. 1 minute, only 1 minute. This lifetime, whatever you and me are living, is just 1 minute for the soul. So where is the hurry for the soul? In this 1 minute, am I awakened? That is an important thing for me. And I must shed my unnecessary karma, not creating new karma. Troubling others or any animals or fish or bird physically, troubling others mentally, emotionally, everything has account. Who is your accountant? The one who sits inside is the accountant. There's a causal body. My neighbors used to laugh at me, but after the death, their astral body comes to me. Then whom should I laugh at? They said, either I realize now or before the death you will realize. If you are really intelligent, if you are really an intellect, then you will experiment this and you will get out. If you are still doubting, then next lifetime is guaranteed. The same things. People suicide. Oh no, all troubles in my life, all the problems are with me, they suicide. What happens? Next lifetime, same situations, little more additions of problems, same place you will come and land it. What are you going to do? Again suicide? Then again you will come. The life is not going to leave you until you learn the lesson. Finish the MBBS in 5 years or 10 years. And at the end, you are a doctor. And people know when you complete in 5 years or 10 years what you are. We come back again and again because we run away from life. There's a great saint who always says, the biggest thing we need to fear about is the word fear. If you ever have fear on anything, it means you are blind. You are blind. You cannot see the future. You cannot see the opportunities. You cannot see anything. You are blind. Blanket blind. I don't have fear. Fear will eat you. A fear will stop you. Why are we fearing? If we are not the body, what is the fear for? I never have fear. I never have fear on anything. I always wait for the situations in my life to check whether do I really have. Every situation will give you an opportunity. It will show you. You don't need to reveal. Mostly people won't reveal. When I ask people, are you scared? They say, no, I'm not at all scared. But they'll be stammering. Be truthful to you. Don't need to be truthful to anybody. You don't need to give answers to anybody. You don't need to live for anybody. Don't think you're sacrificing your life. Nobody comes here to sacrifice their lives. Everybody comes here to evolve. In your evolution, everybody gets benefit. If a person in the house, they earn very well, the whole family enjoys. If some person invents something, the whole world enjoys. When I teach meditation, the whole world enjoys. But at the same time, my growth and evolution is more important. There's nothing called sacrifice. The word is wrong. You give yourself time. If you don't give yourself time for reading books and meditation, then why are we living here? If you don't upgrade yourself, then your quality of life will not increase. If somebody gives you a 2010 old Android phone, will you use it now? You will say, hey, it is very slow. To turn on the phone, it will take 10 minutes. And to send one WhatsApp, there is no compatibility. The same thing with you. You have to upgrade in spirituality, whatever the field you are in. You must always read books by all the experts. Don't get stuck again to one master, one subject, one. No, no way. You have to read all the books, all varieties of books. Will a woman only cook one dish throughout the life? No, she learns everything and she cooks everything. Then why are we are reading only one guru, one master, one subject? We have to read. We have to know everything. That is called multidimension. The whole world is already like in the first BC, in the second BC, in the zero BC, everywhere there is knowledge. The first AD, first century, all the masters have already given the knowledge. But we don't have foundation. We don't have foundation. We don't have guidance. Now you have guidance. All of you, whoever here. Now you know the truth. So it is up to you whether you follow or no. Because nobody is going to come and peep inside your window to see whether every day you meditate or not. And it's none of our business. The karma can be called as mind your own business. The other words, so beautiful. Mind your own bloody business. You don't need to look into anybody's life. Husband life, wife life, children's life. Take care. Take care of them. Give us support. Don't trouble them. We like people who gives us freedom. Am I not right? I like people who have given me freedom, people who have given me encouragement. And you can very rarely find such people in your life. I am a self-taught person. I am a self-experienced person. You don't need any gurus to come and sit and guide you. Our minds are spoiled by the society, by the friends, families, the education system. People ask me, sir, I don't understand all these things. Just give me instructions. Point 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I will follow. I said, I don't give instructions because you are not a machine. Machines need, yeah, first press the white button, then the red button, the blue button. The machine needs the instructions. You are humans. You are souls. And we all look same, but we are different. Everybody is different. Everybody's talents are different. I found my own talent only after meditation. Most of my videos, there is no editing. People who edit videos says that there's no much editing because the words I speak, the language, the knowledge, everything flows flawlessly. 99.9%. So this talent, how will I know? Only after meditation I came to know about this. And every work I do with utmost perfection. And my ideas are very, very unique. And where will I improvise it? Where will I implement? Most of your ideas are in the graveyard. It is not even sprouted. It is still in the thought level. If you don't have energy, your physical body, you cannot operate. Not only this body, all the body needs energies. You have so much of that, my friend, all your karmas. When you meditate, in the shower of cosmic energy, everything will vanish. It is only up to you, and nobody can force. Because in the higher worlds, there is no force, there is only friendship, there is only guidance. Nobody will force you. There is a great saying where the angels fear, the fools rush in. I don't interfere into even my kids' affairs. I'll only guide him, let him go through all the experiences. I will not encourage him, I will not stop him. I'll only tell what is going to happen, what is the truth, and yet I will support him. We have to be a support system. It is nothing difficult. If you want freedom, give freedom. If you want money, give money. If you want time in your life, give time. If you want health, teach people what is the way they can get health. If you want wealth, share your wealth. If you are peace of mind, teach people meditation. What you give comes back to you. Why all the millionaires, billionaires have foundations where they give back the money? Why? Because they know the truth. They know the secret. The secret is the more you give, you get 10 times fold. The more you hide it, it will be lost, not useful to anybody. My goal is to make this whole world a pyramid earth. The pyramids has to reach everywhere because it energizes the space. It will remove all the negativity in our place. It will help people to have a peaceful mind so that they will start living in the present. They can meditate better. They can heal. A pyramid will heal your body. Physical body, it will heal. The mental body, it will make it calm. It will control your emotions. It will remove your karma. Everywhere your house, there should be pyramids. Because that will remind you, hey, do meditation. That will remind you, hey, I need energies. Sometimes I sleep 3 hours, sometimes I sleep 7 hours. But every time I sleep under the pyramid, my sleep is always sound. When I start teaching meditation to a lot of people, when I went outside the world, then I came to know there are many people who don't sleep in the nights. I was shocked because from my childhood I was sleeping well, but I came to know that a lot of people don't sleep well. Many people have cried after the session saying, in my meditation, I had a very deep sleep. I grow in my knowledge and wisdom and experiences only when I go out. If I sit in my home, being just taking care of my small family affairs and wealth, health, I will not grow. I will only grow this much, but I want to grow like an ocean. Your growth is what your actions are, and the actions has to be perfect. That is called karma. Perfect actions. Your words, your emotions, your thoughts. If there is imbalance, your energy is imbalanced. If there is no purity, your purity is your security. Where the angels fear, the fools rush in. We interfere into everybody's affairs. I don't know what joy you get. We peep into everybody's life, personal lives, personal affairs. We want everything. All the junk, we keep it here. There's a dustbin. I call people like walking dustbins. It should be empty like a garden, pure mind. I have one company, the name is Pure Minds, Pure Minds Technologies. Pure mind. Every child, when it is born, is pure mind. Every child is very innocent. Every child has the third eye open. But later, because of this mind illusions and society, the third eye is closed. So when you meditate, you are reopening it. It is not open. Never fear about the karma. Karma is not a punishment. You are paying back. Just like how you pay back your EMI bills, the credit card bills, your loans, you're paying back your karma. That can be 5,000 years ago or last lifetime. Who knows? Until unless you come to know everything in the meditation. I came to know about myself. Every day I'm exploring myself. Every day. Every day we explore ourselves. It's a great opportunity. Meditation has given me a great opportunity to explore in a better way, exploring all the seven bodies. Rest, whatever we do, it's only up to the physical body. What else? Do you have perfect control on your emotions? Do you have perfect control on every thought? Then you are called a master. Otherwise, you are called a slave, my friend. Live like a legend. Live like a master. Be truthful to you. Be peaceful. There can be anybody around you, but your peace, nobody should be able to take. And Prahalada, father said, I'm going to kill you. Prahalada was laughing. You can kill, no problem, dad. I'm not this body. I'm a soul. Narayana is who? Narayana is soul. Do we have Prahalada's fathers in the house? No, our fathers are better than him. No father is making you going to kill. But Prahalada is peaceful. Why you are not peaceful? My husband hits me. If you think you are a body, you will cry. If you think it's an experience, you will bear. If it is beyond, leave it. No problem. But whatever happens, whatever is happening is because of the past. And whatever happens, never lose your peace. The moment you lose your peace of mind, you are doomed. I know people who have been meditating for many years. After some problems comes in their life, they leave meditation. They search the answer somewhere. Some magical moments they expect. There's no magic here. There's no logic. There's only pure practice. If somebody says, come to my sessions, some magic will happen, then your whole life will change. Nothing is going to happen. If somebody say like that, stay away from them. And no magics. There's only hard work here. Every day you must meditate. You must follow all the principles. Non-killing is the greatest principle. If you don't follow that, make sure you are going to go with a lot of karma and you are going to come back with heavy pains. All the diseases you are going to attract. Your life is in your hands. Be a master, not be a slave. There is nothing like become a master. Be a master. If you follow certain qualities, you are immediately that moment you are a master. Again, people ask how to become a master. There is no becoming a master. Be a master. When you follow the principle, day one, when you learn meditation, you can go and teach because you are already a master. Whatever we know, we teach. We don't need to become experts to go and teach outside. And that is never going to happen. We all know that. And in order to become expert, you need to teach. Only by teaching, you become expert. Because when you teach what you know, everything inside you comes out. There is a vacuum inside. That is when your system will give space for upgradation. Otherwise, you think you know everything. You must always go to the experts and listen. Then somebody will give you some knowledge which you don't know. It is okay. Nobody knows everything. It is impossible. But as long as you live, the quality of life has to be very nice. Quantity, 60 years to 90 years, even bedridden. What is the quality of life he had? 20 years, there's a paralysis. What kind of quality life? Everybody around him will be waiting when this fellow will die. Until the last moment, I know I can take care of myself. And when I'm dying, I'll say everybody, hey, bye-bye, I'm dying. And I happily will go. For that, you need to do meditation. Not like this. No suffering. Understand the law of karma, the science of karma, so that your every word, your every action, your every thought will be aligned to the dharma and aligned to the truth. Then you will have a peaceful life. As you sow, so you reap. Whatever you give, that will come back. Remember, there is no escape in this because this is a law of universe. And there are no shortcuts. Work hard and do perfection. Everywhere, whatever you do it with utmost perfection. Try. The person who does everything with utmost perfection, they don't care about the results because they know the results will automatically come. People who don't try, they always are worried about the result because they know they screwed up. Thank you very much. Today, it's a great opportunity for me to again remember about the law of karma, about the law of science and law of meditation. I'm very happy to be a part of all this bigger group. Thank you, Tilaji, for inviting me. And generally, I never give sessions on Sundays because it is a day I dedicate to my kid because he's small. But when I said I'm giving a session on karma. He said, okay, 1 hour he gave me permission. Go.
Thank you,
Go and
Master.
come. He is waiting.
Thank you, Master. Thank you so much. There's no words to express. As always, you're always giving us so much of wisdom and so much of advice. I won't say advice, okay? So much of wisdom, so much. And we all enjoy, as usual, we all enjoy your classes. We miss your classes actually.
No.
Really miss your classes.
I'm starting a new series called Ancient Wisdom in Tamil.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah. So I just got an idea. I'm going to mix Bhagavad Gita, Tirukural, Tirumula, Tirumandiram, and Patriji's concept and my experience as research. And every Wednesday I'm going to give. Because in Telugu, there are a bunch of people.
Yes.
Thousands of people are teaching, but for Tamil, there are very less people. So I want to do for Tamilian something, because I know the Tamil language. And the English, of course, it is universal. So I'm only going to focus on English and Tamil. Selfish.
Waiting. We are waiting. We're really waiting. Okay. Do you have time to take some questions, Master?
Yes.
Okay. We have Sugandhi who raised the hand.
Sugandhi ji, again you are here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Master.
Short and sweet, please.
Wherever you
Yes,
go,
Master. I'm following you wherever.
So nice.
Yes. Wherever the master goes, the student follows.
Yeah.
Yes. So wherever you are going, I'm just following it up. And I hope someday I follow you physically as well, Master. I have big plans for that as well. So, Master, and I'm very happy you just now you gave the answer. Yes, Master.
No, when you come physically, I'll run away.
Yeah. So, Master.
I'll run away.
No, Master, don't do that. We are your students. We are your students. We need to sit and meditate with you, Master. So it's very important that we follow you. Without teacher, if the teacher is gone, what? No, if the teacher is gone, what will happen to students like us? We will be like nowhere. So, Master, what I wanted to ask is, I'm very happy that you announced you will take that class in English. I wanted to ask you exactly that it is such a wonderful, that Bhagavad Gita and whatever your experiences are, you are going to mix. So I was thinking it is only going to be in Tamil. I'm so happy that you have announced it in English as well. So English classes, when will it happen, Master?
No English, only Tamil. You didn't hear properly. Only in Tamil I'm going to speak. You learn Tamil. In the whole world, Tamil is the first language.
No, Master,
after Tamil, all other languages.
Oh my God. Second. Master, we don't understand.
By 16 years,
are you Master? See, Master, by the time I learned Tamil.
That is your problem, your karma.
But Master, we are. No, Master, we are the one, sir, Master. What to do now? I was not born in Tamil Nadu. But Master, I don't know Tamil also.
No, I can translate for you. Connect with me.
Yeah, that is a good option.
Yes. Okay, before we go for another question, I would like to invite...
Master, I really...
Okay, Sugandhi, we will allow others to talk.
Sorry, dear. Okay, I would like to invite the PSSM president, Mr. Lachmanan. He's here.
Yeah. Where is he? Sir.
Yes, he's here.
Hello, sir. Namaste.
Namaste, sir.
Wow.
Although I cannot follow your live sessions, I always listen to your belated sessions because time difficulty. So the moment I knew you are coming today, so I made myself available today, sir.
I'm looking into Jayaprada ji. Now I'm looking you. I'm very happy to always see you.
Yeah, you have a great following in Malaysia now.
Yeah. No following, sir. Everybody is
following. So your visit to Malaysia is long due already. Once our lockdown is over,
when you are there, nobody needs me.
No. You are a world figure now. Wonderful sharing, sir. Wonderful sharing. Yes, I cannot comment on your talk because you are a great speaker. Tila madam is doing a wonderful job, inviting all Indian masters. And daily we have sessions.
Very nice. Very nice.
I must really compliment Tila madam.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
thanks, sir. I don't want to take much time because other people are waiting to question. Mittal sir is waiting already.
Yes. I
So
must
happy, sir, to
I
Thank you,
must-
sir. Thank you.
I must thank you for all the motivation that you're giving me, Mr. Lakshmanan. Thank you
Thank
so
you, ma.
much.
Welcome, welcome.
Thank you.
He is the light bearer in Malaysia. Day
Yes,
one.
he is.
Okay.
He is.
Everybody must visit his center. You should do meditation, attend his sessions. Okay.
Okay.
Very nice. Go
Vitalji?
Yeah, hi, namaskar, Mayappan sir.
ahead.
And my humble greetings to Lakshman sir and Tilaji also. My question is, I have a few questions, but I'll just go very fast. As we are meditating, does the astrology and numerology affect the meditators?
No way.
No way. Okay, good. Thank you. And if the kids
First
don't,
of all, you must understand what is astrology and numerology. Aster means star. Alogy means study, the study of stars.
Mhm.
The millions of stars. Okay. So they say when you are born, this particular star belongs to you. But when are you really born?
Mm.
You know, that exact moment nobody knows. Then how is that astrology comes into picture?
But then how do they identify the full moon and the dark moon through this kind of science, right? Astrology and astronomy.
See, we study the star systems to see when there is a more energies, when there is less energies. For that, we need to study the star systems, not when I will get a job, whom I will get married, whether I'll kids or not. It has been misunderstood totally. That whole science is gone.
Okay, thank you. Okay, my second question, I'll go very fast. If sir, let's say the kids don't learn or watch too much of entertainment and so on, and we keep on advising them in a positive way, but we still don't see a change. So I'm just scared if the kids misuse of the freedom that we give. So
When-
like
when you were a kid, when even now you have problem with your mother, right? You always tell my mother is forcing, and you are talking about other kid. Kya
No.
baat hai? You want freedom and you are talking about other kid. You always tell me my mother is forcing me, and now you are forcing your niece. No
Master.
way, no way, no way.
Okay, so like maybe I just leave my niece do whatever that she wants to do, just
Don't
do.
force. When you force or don't force, they will do what they want. Whether they will do in your presence or when you are not there, they will do. Okay, you cannot achieve anything by forcing. You can inspire them.
Okay.
No
So I
force.
have to keep on inspire my niece lah.
Yeah. You inspire yourself, then people will automatically inspire. I
Okay,
inspire myself.
that's a great wisdom today. And the last question
Hey,
is
brother
about,
ji, you must tell your 3 kids. Nobody will have wisdom than you.
and sir, the last question is about celibacy for people who are not married. Like, if let's say we want to observe this, like no fat, no masturbation, and so on. So, I just want to get your point of view on this.
See, when the soul is evolving, the marriage is very important. If you're enlightened, a marriage is not important. Okay. And
Thank
whatever you do, it's all your wish. After you become enlightened, when you're a vegetarian, you're a meditator, you're enlightened. That's it. Later, everything is your wish.
Okay, thank you so
Nothing
much,
will affect
Ayappa sir. Thank you so much, Tilaji. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Any more questions?
See, from the chat, there is no questions. There's only one.
If no one is coming, can I talk?
Yes,
Yeah,
please.
ma'am. I'm waiting.
Namaskaram, sir. Namaskaram.
Karam.
Listening to you today reminds me why I was hooked to you during the MCO. Your few sessions and few seasons, it just brings back the memory. Truly, sir, welcome to the Malaysian platform. I would really, we would like to see you more on our platform in future. Thanks to Tilaka. Tilaka, it's it's what I was telling my husband. It's a big bang today. Closing off the season 1 with
Yes.
Ayappa sir. It's and sir, you brought the revolution in Malaysia. Actually, I can say that
Thank you.
we
thank
see more meditators who are asking for Anapanasati meditation is because of you, sir. So thank you so much.
It's
Thank
a
you so
great
much.
opportunity for me. Okay. After I teach people on Malaysia, a lot of people started following. I went to the world map to see where is Malaysia.
Any more questions? Don't miss the golden opportunity. Please.
Hi, Masayapa.
Hey, Kognanji. Yes.
How are you, sir?
I'm
Great to
always
see.
fine. I'm always fine.
Yeah, that's good. So thanks to Tila Madam, and thanks to for inspiring all of us in Malaysia for conducting meditation like everywhere. It's like what Jai Padam Madam said. Everyone got inspired by you. That 5 seasons of you guiding us all on meditation and gaining wisdom by reading books and learning other experiences. I think this has sparked the revolution. And like Master Ashwin said, it's about time when the lockdown lifts, you have to come to Malaysia, sir. We are looking forward to having you. And as always, thank you. It's such a pleasure hearing you talk. So much of wisdom in 1 hour that you talk. It's like everything that you've ever spoken condensed into 1 hour. It's a
Yeah.
pleasure to hear you speak, sir.
If I want to come to Malaysia, my visa manager has to give me visa. And who is my visa manager? It's Patriji. Without me giving visa, I will not move anywhere.
So we'll write a petition to
Yeah, why not?
Pitama
My
Patriji
life,
to-
my life is in his hands. I have given it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Take care. And sorry to keep you waiting. Today is, I think you have to spend time with your family.
No
Right?
problem, no problem. I will spend extra 1 hour. He will ensure that.
Thank you again.
Master, I just want to let you know that Kogulan is actually a partner in crime. We are actually promoting the pyramid energy through Facebook, Instagram, and so on.
Very nice, very nice.
Mm.
Pyramids everywhere. It has to go everywhere through everybody. That's all.
Yes, a pyramid in one house. That is our mission.
No. Every
no.
house, every room,
Every
every
house.
car, every table, every kitchen,
Okay.
every dabba, there should be pyramid.
Okay.
I'm not going to leave it.
Noted.
Minimum
everywhere.
one. Minimum one.
Minimum one. Okay.
Yes.
Any more questions?
And
Actually, I just want-
I think Akka, this has been the most interactive session throughout the 21 days. 21 days actually,
Yes.
sir.
It's so nice to see everyone on the camera and talking to all of us, It's so nice. Okay, there's one person who raised the hand. Master Subramaniam.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for coming to Malaysia platform, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And I should really must thank Tila, Madam Tila, for having a wonderful session. I see you have gathered all over the Malaysians, such a big gathering here. So I really must thank you for doing a good job, Master Tila.
Thank you, Master.
Thank you, sir. So nice to hear from you. Yes, sir.
Master, I just want to let you know this. We have one whole family who are sitting down and listening to our meditation almost daily.
Mhm.
Divya, can you introduce your family, Divya?
I want to talk.
Oh, Suha, sorry,
Yeah, long
dear.
time I'm waiting here.
Because I didn't see your hand being raised. I'm so sorry, dear.
Okay. Actually, I just want to thank you, Master and Master Tila, because it's really very, very wonderful session. And then first time I'm joining this 21 days session. It's really amazing. Thank you very much.
Me too, first time.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It's really very good, actually.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
You should
Does
continue.
Miss Shema want to ask a question?
Hmm.
Shema?
Yeah.
Master Shema?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Hi, sir.
Namaste.
I feel very blessed and what do you call this? Lucky. I mean, feel very lucky to meet you today. I've been following most of your talks on YouTube, and there's one I first saw your spiritual talk, Master Madam Anita, and you spoke about parenting.
Yeah.
So you said put a library, you should have a small library for your children so that they will start reading about spiritual and all that. So I
See, there's
immediately,
always books.
yeah.
Without books, I am not there.
Correct. So I wanted, because I was reading, I want my children to read as well. So what I did, I immediately followed your idea of putting a library and put all my spiritual book there. Usually I put in my room. So after listening to you, I say, oh, that's a good idea. Let it display in front of the children so they will, find a way to read it. So I place it where I transform their playing corner into a small mini library and put all those books like the Untold Story of Sita and many books. And then they saw the book and they say, oh, it looks so beautiful. Who's this person and all that? They started to read and ask me stories about, then now they're picking up on reading all this spiritual book, and thanks to you for that. And so I have one question. I don't want to,
Yes, go ahead.
I have one question. I've been a vegetarian after coming to pyramid meditation. I became a vegetarian, and my entire family is a vegetarian now for the past 1 year.
Very good.
And wherever I go, I talk about pyramid meditation. Whoever comes to me about problems, I always talk about pyramid meditation as the first solution. And also I talk about vegetarianism. I really follow vegetarianism very strictly now. And so there's sometimes when I speak to people about vegetarianism, the question they ask me is like this, because we talk about living things, you see. So we should not hurt living and things like animal kingdom we should save and all that. I used to talk to them. And there is some people who, they are very, they are meat eaters, very strong meat eaters. The only question they shoot me is, they ask me, if you're talking about living thing, you're eating plant-based food, and plants are also, living thing. So how to answer these people, sir?
I don't know, madam. You tell me, because 16 years, same question people are asking me.
Yeah, that's the same thing. This is the same problem I'm having. So I say,
see, when you try to convince them, you have a problem. When you convey, you don't have a problem. I convey and I leave there.
Okay.
Why I should stay there and convert them? We are not converting, we are conveying.
Conveying, okay.
Okay. Converting is force again, no force.
Okay.
Conveying is like broadcast message. You tell a vegetarian, be vegetarian. They will keep arguing. Then I know I'm a conveyed is only one way.
Okay.
Don't need to give me. Don't need to sit and give all the answers. There are so many videos in YouTube. Okay, they can go and search. If they really want to become one, they will search. Otherwise, they will keep on arguing the whole life.
All right. So if they ask me such a question, I just stop there.
Well, try for 40 days and see yourself. That's all.
All right.
If they ask the whole life you change, they will be scared. Try for 40 days. After 40 days, they will say, I'm not able to change. Again, another 40 days.
Okay. Yeah.
Give some time, they will change.
Okay. Thank you, sir. That's my question. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Shamaji.
Ayyappa sir.
Yes, Vitalji.
If you allow me, I can share my sharing one of the masters during my session about Master Shima's question. Whenever people ask, like, if you are eating non-veg, if they give any negative comment, we can just say that if we kill a human, if we kill a living thing, we can't grow them or we can't have them back. But if, plants, we can grow them. So, it is more, that's how you answer them, like people are asking. If you are eating a tomato, you can still grow back another tomato. But if you're eating a chicken, you can't grow back the same chicken or another chicken, It's like hurting them. One of the masters share this, so I'm just sharing if Master Shima wants to take this.
Try that. But fools will keep arguing.
Yes.
Whatever answer we give.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. Any more questions? I think we have taken too much of Master's time.
No problem.
So thank you so much for coming to our session.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Meditate well, become vegetarians, be vegetarians, spread the message. Thank you very much. Live a peaceful life.